possible. Choose open, well-ventilated spaces over closed ones. Clean your hands often. Use soap and water or an alcohol-based hand rub. Get vaccinated when it's your turn. Follow local guidance about vaccination. Cover your nose and mouth with your bent elbow or a tissue when you cough or sneeze. Stay home if you feel unwell. Hello, this is PONYTV giving you the latest Monday English Bulletin. I'm LAKSMIBAI. Now the news in details. Manipur's coronavirus tally has climbed to 1,25,046 after 39 fresh cases were reported in the last 24 hours. The state registered 2 more deaths in the same hours. With this, the death toll stood at 1,965. The Manipur COVID-19 Command Control Room said the positivity rate was recorded at 2.1%. In a release, the State COVID-19 Command Control Room also said the fresh cases were detected after testing 1,888 samples. 5 people were discharged in the past 24 hours, it said. Residents of Sawombung in Imphal East have threatened a counter-economic blockade against the ongoing indefinite economic blockade by the All Tribal Students Union Manipur Atsum along the 2 national highways connecting Manipur. National Highway number 37 and Imphal-Dimapur Highway are considered lifelines of the landlocked state. Speaking to the media, Kangla Famdo 64 Publicity and Information Secretary Lal Chaba Moirangcha urged that the blockade should be called off. He said the economic blockade has a direct adverse impact on the people of Valley area. People in Imphal will launch a counter-economic blockade in case Atsum calls off the economic blockade, he said. On behalf of Sawombung Students Club, he appealed to Atsum to withdraw the blockade start to prevent tension and maintain peaceful coexistence in Manipur. The economic blockade has been enforced by the All Tribal Students Union Manipur Atsum over the issue of Manipur Hill Areas Committee recommended Autonomous Districts Council Bill 2021.
Economic blockade! Ekoina, ngasi Singda Labor Student Union Organization Karana, ngasi Manipur ki highway anida. Manipur ki mayonda Imphal district Lairiba community sing amadi people sing da amadi Manipur government da checking pigadawni haina chathariba economic blockade ase athuba matamda handoktaba taragadi ngasi aikhoigi Manipur gi Imphal mayonda tariba community khudingmangna asigumlaba CSO haibadi student union gi chingi student union sing district khudimaki student union singna asigumba economic blockade tauriba sigi pakhum piboina masi tampakta taminariba community khudingmangna amuk punchalaga makhoigi mathakta economic counter economic blockade amuk chathajagani.
Chief Minister N. Biren Singh today attended a presentation by Karkinos Healthcare on setting up of Cancer Control Center in Manipur. Karkinos Healthcare will be setting up a state-of-the-art greenfield center at the Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences, JNIMS premises in Porompat, Imphal. The land has already been allocated by the government of Manipur on a long-term list at the JNIMS premises. An outreach hub and spoke program will be developed and followed, with the hospital being the hub and the healthcare and wellness centers, primary healthcare centers and district hospitals being the screening and diagnostic spoke centers. Edifice Consultants Private Limited is the healthcare consultant for entire multidisciplinary design of the hospital. The project is inspired from the Loktak Lake and Kangla Fort and engaged local arts as major elements. National People's Party (NPP) held a reception program for intending candidates wanting to run in the Manipur Polls 2022 on NPP ticket at the campus of HVS Company at Patsoi in Imphal today. NPP National President and Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma attended the event. Conrad K. Sangma said a meeting attended by Manipur Unit NPP President and Working President has decided to set up an election committee for the party. He said the committee will be tasked to select party candidates from the 60 constituencies of Manipur besides being in charge of the poll process. Sangma also talked about the controversial Armed Forces Special Powers Act, FSPA, and underscored the importance of maintaining law and order and re-examined the act. He also said NPP strengthens, protects and promotes the indigenous people of the Northeast. Konthozam Sarat Singh from Konthozam constituency, Mayengbam Ranjit Singh from Wabagai constituency, Maibam Dhanavir Singh from Hianglam constituency and R. Lobum from Saitu constituency were given a warm welcome at the event.
Meeting State Election Committee को बनाने के लिए एक डिसीजन लिया है। ये स्टेट इलेक्शन कमेटी कुछ 2-3 दिन के बीच में इसे मैं सेंट्रल हमारे ऑफिस से फाइनल करके नोटिफाई करूंगा और ये इलेक्शन कमेटी का सबसे बड़ा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी यही होगा इलेक्शन के एप्लीकेशंस को देना और अलग अलग कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसीज में कैंडिडेचर फाइनल करना। इसके अलावा ये इलेक्शन कमेटी इलेक्शन के बाकी अलग प्रोग्रामों को भी और अलग इश्यूज को भी ये इलेक्शन कमेटी एक सेंट्रल बॉडी जैसे एक मेन बॉडी जैसे काम करके इस काम को पूरा करेगी।
The people of Jiribam district have helped Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh for holding Go to Village 2 in Jiribam. Chief Minister during the program inaugurated Nongsava Bridge, Western Ghat and Vali Suspension Bridge at Tipai Muk in the district yesterday. The primary objective of the Manipur government's Go to Village program is to deliver governance at the doorsteps. Rajya Sabha MP Lesemba Sanajauba, ministers, SIB secretary and a host of officers also attended the program. Vice Chairman of Manipur Food Industries Corporation Limited, K. Sarat Kumar Singh, today thanked CM Biren for inaugurating and dedicating to the people of Jiribam the long-awaited Nongsava Bridge. He also expressed gratitude to the head of departments and other officials of the state government who attended the Go to Village program held at the Jiribam College campus. Jiri College campus. Now we have a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Tapta Institute of Fusion Music Taiphumgi Makhada Taptagi Sei Khaktada Yumpham Oiba The Voice of Taiphum Haina Mingthonba Singing Talent Hunt 4.0 Lakliba December gi tang kungamari Sokli Singaniga Kungamathoi Irai Numittagi Pangthokpa Hauzaragani. Episode 9 Sathagadoriba Fusion Music Competition Asigi Winner Amadi First Second Runner Up Singda Pigadaba Kudung Sava Singdi Free Day Say Semba Record Changba Amadi Tapta Musical Concert Ta Rotation 9 Sarugyahanba Asina Singbani Akupa Marol Gitamak 93621099942 Natraga 6009166 Da Pau for you. Organized by Tapta Ven Music and Tapta Fan Club.
Singidamakta makhal kiyagi cake, haibadi, photo cake, layer cake, brunch cake, barbie cake, fruit topping cake, cupcakes in a chingba fongbigani, amadi adomgi apamba moongda cake customized tawbagi kudong chabasu pisari. Kudong chabasing asi lawbinabagi damakta lensing bidau aikhoigi address NG College Road near Naurangtong. Phone number 9864112972. Aikhoigi online partner Food Wi-Fi amasung Food Web tagisu order tawiba yagan.
Welcome. After the break, you're watching PONYTV English News at 6:30. Randeep Guleria, the director of the All India Institute of Medical Sciences (AIIMS) in New Delhi, said on Tuesday that no booster dose for coronavirus disease COVID-19 is required in the country right now. Hailing the ongoing nationwide vaccination drive against the infectious disease, Guleria also acknowledged how India has come a long way in vaccine manufacturing, from importing shots to now taking the lead in exporting doses to other countries. There is no surge of COVID-19 cases as of now. the ANI news agency quoted Guleria, who was speaking at a book launch event. So, there is no need for a booster dose in India for now. The book titled Going Viral has been authored by Professor Balram Bhargava, and it captures the first-hand experiences of scientists who developed Covaxin, India's first indigenous COVID-19 vaccine. Guleria, who was present at the book launch event as a special guest, said V.K. Paul, a member of Niti Aayog, also present at the book launch event, added that a decision on the third dose booster shot, if necessary, will be decided based on science, and studies are currently ongoing on this matter. The Northeast Students Organization, NESO, has sent a representation to Prime Minister Narendra Modi with regard to compensatory attempt in 2022 as a one-time relief for all UPSC civil services and all other Group A, B, and C services central government exams candidates who were severely affected due to COVID-19 pandemic. The representation said NESO would like to draw your kind attention to this crucial matter regarding the plight of lakhs of candidates who had their last attempt in 2020 and 2021 and are ineligible to appear in 2022, either due to being age-barred or by virtue of exhausting their permissible number of attempts in UPSC Civil Services exam along with all other Group A, B, and C service recruitment exam conducted by central government in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic in 2020-2021. Even those who attempted the paper also faced many hardships due to this pandemic. Aigi Punsi Amasung Manipur, a Manipuri translation of My Tryst with Manipur, a memoir written by former Vice-Chancellor of Manipur University, Jarnal Singh, was released today at the Manipur University Court Hall in Imphal. MU Vice-Chancellor Professor Naurem Lokendra released the book. Jarnal Singh during the event did a virtual review of his book. The book is published by Ketrimayum NS Imphal. Ketrimayum Santa and Dr. K.S. Narayan translated the book from Jarnal Singh's book in English. The Manipur governor is pleased to declare the 4th November as Sanskiratna Day for the state of Manipur with immediate effect, set on order issued by M. Joy Singh, Commissioner, Art and Culture, Manipur. Sahitya Thopang Lup, Sathau Lup organized an Imphal Literature Festival at Manipur Press Club in Imphal today. DM University Imphal Vice-Chancellor Professor N. Ras Mohan was the chief guest of the program, during which Marathi poet from Maharashtra, Praful Sildar, and Festival Committee Chairman Sarat Chand Thiam were also present on the dais. A poet reading session was held during the festival, which was chaired by Sahitya Academy awardee R.K. Vuvansana. Now we have another short break. Stay tuned.
Nabasingi, Hidakapa, dressing tauba, blood sample loba, rice tube hapa, catheterization hapa, enema tobinaba, experience lateraba, nurse amati doctor, thibada, awaba, thengnabirabadi, wabiraganu, Medlane Home, Nursing Care Service Manipurna, Pungkunmari Chukna, Adongi Yumdalatuna, Hidakapa, injection piba, dressing tauba, feeding tube hapa, catheter hapa, amadi, Makal Kiagi Anabasing, experience lateraba, doctor amadi nursing, Laktuna Mating, Pangzari, Akupa Marol Gidamak, Medellin ki helpline number 920-598-7988 Amukasu 920-598-7988 ta call tawduna tanabiyu natraga Google Play Store dagi Medellin app download tawduna booking tawbiyu.
Welcome after the break. PONYTV is now available on channel number 988 of MCTV, GTPL cable service provider. Keep watching PONYTV. Now let's move on to the news. The Association for Democracy and Empowerment, ADE, on Tuesday came out in support of the Khasi Students Union, KSU, over their statement seeking 100% reservation in sports for the indigenous tribes of the state, Khasis and Garos. In a press release, ADE said it fully supported the statement of the Khasi student body for all sports teams within the state, As mentioned by KSU, the main objectives of the sports association should be grooming and ensuring that indigenous athletes represent the state in any national sporting events. The Border Security Force BSF apprehended 2 Indian nationals and seized cattle, dry pea, betel nuts and vehicles worth more than ₹51 lakh while being smuggled to Bangladesh. Acting on a tip-off, the BSF launched 2 special operations in the border areas in East Khasi Hills District and East Jaintia Hills District and foiled the attempts of smugglers by seizing the items. From East Khasi Hills, 2 persons were apprehended along with 1 vehicle loaded with dry peas and eatable items worth around ₹13 lakh while being smuggled to Bangladesh on Tuesday. A total of 24 cattle heads loaded in a truck and 3 Bolero pickups loaded with dry pea and betel nuts were also seized from the bordering area of East Khasi Hills and South Garo Hills District while being smuggled to Bangladesh. All the seized items were handed over to the concerned police station for further legal action. Public Relations Officer of BSF Meghalaya Frontier stated that BSF Meghalaya has been doing its best to curb smuggling activities on the Indo-Bangladesh border. He also appreciated and motivated the border men for their selfless and arduous duty on the border in spite of adverse weather and the tough terrain of the Meghalaya border. Leader of the Naga People's Front NPF Legislature Wing and former Nagaland Chief Minister T.R. Jeliang expressed his confidence today that NPF will secure more seats in the coming assembly elections of Manipur state. He then called upon the women to come forward and play their important role in politics for shaping the better society. T.R. Jeliang then claimed that the party is the only political party that truly works and talks for the Naga political issue. Many political parties talked about the Naga political issue during the peak hours of election times, but the principle of NPF is purely for the Naga cause, he added. Speaking as the guest speaker during the NPF Central Women Wing Coordination meeting at its central office in Kohima, T.R. Jeliang said that NPF does not only walk the talk when it comes to the Naga political issue, but also manifested it. He then pointed out that when NPF was in the reign of state affair, has called for all political parties, 11 political parties, and the civil societies and adopted resolutions not to distribute party tickets or file nominations for the 2018 Nagaland Assembly elections as part of Solution Before Election campaign. However, the BJP has walked out the same day, he added. T.R. Jeliang then stressed upon the importance of women's role in the society and stated that NPF is the only party that truly considers that women have a vital role for the better society. Karnataka police on Wednesday arrested 4 persons for allegedly gang raping and killing an 8-year-old girl in Mangaluru on Sunday. The arrested are Jaivan, age 21, Mukesh Singh, age 20, Munim Singh, age 20, all natives of Madhya Pradesh, and Manish Turki, age 33 of Jharkhand. Mukesh, Jaivan and Manish worked at a tiles factory in Vamanjur, as per a media report. The victims' parents, natives of Jharkhand, also worked in the same factory as laborers. The police said 4 days before the incident, Jaivan, Mukesh and Manish, while consuming alcohol, had hatched a plan to rape the girl on Sunday since there would not be many laborers at work. On Saturday, when Munim arrived from Puttur to meet his friends, he said he wanted to join them and added the police. On the Sunday, around 1:10 p.m., when the victim was playing with her brother inside the compound of the factory, Javan abducted and took her to his room, said the police. Later, the accused allegedly took turns to sexually assault the girl. As she screamed in pain, Javan allegedly strangled her to death. They dumped the body of the victim in a drain, said the police. Before we wrap up, let's take a look at the top news headlines again. Manipur's coronavirus tally climbs to 1,25,046 in past 24 hours. Sawombung residents threatened counter-economic blockade. And CM attains presentation on setting up of Cancer Control Center. Thank you for watching PONYTV. Keep watching for more updates.